basically a reverse black hole. You're turning people inside out, sending them this way, that way, shredding them in the on the event horizon.
Yeah, turn them inside out. That's a lion ulti right there as well.
Yeah.
Just blow them up, disintegrate. So some fire heroes being banned out. Got the Phoenix and the Ember coming out as well, banned by OG. I do agree that Beast Coast would need something to kind of glue together their lineup. A little bit more team fights would look nice. They have really skirmishy heroes right now. Great pickoff and like solo jumps, but they need something to address the big 5v5s, I think. And I can totally see why OG banned out Silencer, not just the Enigma Storm, but also running the Elder Titan as well as the Darkpool. There's so many things that he would have been great against here.
Yeah, just that big reset button. Make sure their team fight's going to connect properly in some way or the other. This tiny, you know, we know Dark Margot. It is his real signature hero. That's the hero he made his name on, really, in the early days over on Thunder Awaken. But this could be Schofield's hero as well, leaving things a little open till the very end of the draft, as they do have that last pick.
Man, do you go Juggernaut here, maybe? Lone Druid, okay. Bringing out the Lone Druid, I did not expect that. Interesting. So they do have a little bit of a tempo lineup now with the Lone Druid as well. Possibility to threaten early with the bear having such a strong timing. This was not the hero that I suspected, but he is great against Darkseer. He's a hero that can lane against Darkseer and not really care about the Iron Shell much at all. Very difficult for Darkseer to stay within experience range if the bear just runs at him non-stop and entangles him. So they're focusing heavily on the lanes. They're going to have probably a pretty good safe lane. Mid lane, we'll see exactly what it's going to be here. A Storm could definitely be going up against the tiny mid, but last pick could also show a different opponent.
And this pretty much guarantees now Enigma offlane, ET and Dark Willow as our two supports.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a core Enigma just by this. Unless they want to do the offlane Willow. I've seen people experiment with, but it's a
tiger hero.
I don't know.
Ooh. Gyrocopter. Okay. So this hero I think was completely uncontested at Bali and has been like untouched for months on end.
He's fantastic against Gyro. Great in laning stage. I mean, yeah, he hasn't really been meta, but that doesn't change the fact that he's a good option here to take when you're laning into the Enigma. Gyro against Enigma, you get the flat cannon. It is a core Enigma, so it's gonna work out really well. And it pairs up well with the Alchemist and the Tiny on your team. You now have even more stuns, even more fighting. Beast Coast lineup looks like what they are known for, that sort of chaotic style. You can just fight nonstop. So I like what they're doing.
Stinger Alchemist. The POS 5 Alchemist. Here we go. Just dangle that out in the draft in the third pick. Like, here's an Alchemist. What are you going to do about it? And then, oh, wait, it's a support.
Yeah, it's a real curveball, but you can still go Alchemist with the Medallion Solar Crest type build. So this curveball definitely hit pretty well here. I think OG were not prepared for it because to me, they drafted a bit against the Alchemist here with this Lone Druid as well. Yeah. Looking like they're trying to take tempo and take control early. And then it's like, oh, wait, there's a Gyrocopter, but now they're good at fighting.
It's
like,
a support.
Now Beast Coast have a really potent early fighting lineup.
Yeah, and Gyrocopter was quite often considered not a counter, but a hero that deals with Enigma in his black hole, right? Having that Aghanim Scepter, Satanic, you're just like, I don't care.
Abyssal Blade with Aghanims, man. That's how you deal with it. And then you bash him. I mean, we've seen crazier things. We saw Midas Basher Skywrath bashing the black hole. Yeah. I don't know if you saw.
There was another one with the Cottle as well.
Oh, yeah, was it Cottle? Yeah. Maybe
we've had a couple of them. Antares has done it. Yeah.
Yep. Psychopaths. That's all I can say.
Like, after that game, literally straight on Twitter, like, don't do this in pubs, guys. I had to buy this Abyssal Blade on my Cottle on my Sky. Yeah. Antares did it on Sky. He had Mask of Madness Basher in one of his games as well. They love that stuff. But yeah, game 2 coming up. OG kind of desperately scrambling for some victories now as Beast Coast looking to ride that wave of momentum from game 1 into game 2 as we can and find out how this Gyrocopter is going to fare, what the Enigma is going to get up to. Some pretty cool, quirky drafts from both of these teams, showing some new stuff and bringing out some of the old as well. Gyro against Enigma, Lone Druid into this game for OG. I don't know, you leaning one way or the other, or are you just like surprised and excited?
Honestly, I'm very happy with the draft because it's different. I would say I'm favoring Beast Coast from the draft. Yeah. I think their draft looks a little bit easier to deal with what OG have. OG, they do have some serious threats here, of course. You have to be very disciplined with how you play against Enigma always. But I just don't really believe in Lone Druid as much as I believe in Gyrocopter here in this game.
Okay. As a spaceman. I love the cosmetics in Dota. We've come such a long way. And there's Uraga, just like base Lone Druid.
Yeah, just vanilla. Yeah, he's got the eye patch, you know, the battle scars.
He's got something going on. Well, Stinger comes down lone ground. Let's see what's up. Schofield's going to spun out the Astral Spirit. OG, same move they've done in the past 3 games. Come into this dire triangle area, take the Watcher, sentry up the Ancient Camp, maybe place a ward up on that high ground as well.
This is all 5-head by OG. They're doing this every single game so that people will think they do it for the rest of the tournament. You know, they're setting a precedent here, and then they're going to switch it up. Yep. Definitely not just predictable.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is like slightly different from the previous games. They didn't ward the high ground spire. They actually warded the mid lane ramp on the dire side. A small adaptation.
They do like blocking off the Ancients, though, and that's something that I respect, because blocking the enemy Ancients, I mean, it's impactful. And we see the 3-hero start here on bottom, chilling with Seb here.
Yeah, Sacred. Going to get zoned all the way back. Rubik can't really get close to creep wave either, so yeah, Lone Druid going to get the entire full first wave. Maybe a couple of denies too.
Yeah, he got a nice start there. He did drop the creeps, but this allows him to keep the other 2 creeps and put the creep wave really far back and park it in a good spot.
Mid lane, Tiny against Storm. 5-1 for the Storm so far. It's often difficult for these melee heroes to get into the creep wave and get last hits when you're dealing with double nukes out of this Overload and Static Remnant.
Yeah, I would say Tiny is way better than what we saw earlier today, the Primal Beast. Definitely not as bad. Bottom lane we see Taiga threw one of his blood grenades. He actually had 2. Tossing out a grenade and chasing down Sacred here.
Yeah, forced to TP back to tier 1. I think he had a salve and a clarity there to play with, but he's going jungle, honestly. Like, Darkseer's had enough of this bottom lane. It's been a while since I've seen a proper tri lane. Usually we have this option to come into a tri lane for a first blood, maybe a second kill, but this is 2 minutes into the match. Tiger Seb still down here.
Yeah, a Lone Druid tri lane as well, so it's kind of 4 heroes, right? You have the Bear as well. It's honestly unfair. They're outnumbered 2-1 here on this lane, and this is where you're hoping that, like, at least we're getting something on the side lane, right? Like, we're not just losing, and Alchemist did do a good job unblocking the camps here.
Schofield's going to die, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to play like this. Tough to play like this for sure. And the level 1 jungle Darkseer, man, it's not fast. It's not fast, I'm telling you, Gareth. And got bad news for you, Darkseer. You're not gonna get that experience all to yourself.
Oh, he gets hurricaned as well.
Even the creep pushes him back.
Why, hello there, Darkseer. Oh, you set up some creeps for me.
You want to watch me farm? I'm ET. I'm here to steal. The Titan says no.
Get him. Has left DM alone top. He's 6-6. He's still getting stuff out of this lane. Denying, dragging back. He's behind his tower. Not died yet. Yeah, the most important thing, he's staying alive.
I mean, this entire creep wave is going to die back here, which is why we see Gyrocopter having to run all the way forward to try and get any form of CSing here. That's why it's so annoying to deal with Nigma as a carry. He's going to pop his Black Cannon here and just try to get the Eidolons away. But great job by DM actually on this sort of lane so far.
I'm going to take a bit of a beating from the homing missile and some of those right clicks. But Alchemist has left him completely alone now as Stinger he headed bottom. Now he's walking mid. Down far southeast, Schofield in the trees getting found out by Seb with his stomp. Meanwhile, 3.5 minutes in, not even getting to the water runes yet. Stinger and Tiger having a battle around the rune spot.
Yeah, they're just preparing, man. These supports are definitely moving around as they understood they don't need to stay top on Beast Coast. They don't need 2 heroes there. Going in towards mid. Not really going to be able to bring down Dark Magro here.
Yeah, let's take quite a fair amount of damage though. And BZM, starting to take that leapfrog forward. 23-6 over the Tiny's 19-0. Sacred just isn't having a game at all. Stinger does launch concoction onto the Willow and
the toss
Margot.
back mid.
Toss into the Rubik, telekinesis back, level 4 Storm, body blocked under tower. Beautifully executed by Beast Coast to get that kill on Storm.
That was really nice, actually. Tossing back into Rubik and then tossing even further under tower. And meanwhile, chasing down here. It's still stunner.
Yeah, sure can. Get the kill on the Willow as well. Alright, evening the playing field. As Jim Park, well, he's going to meet this Elder Titan. Seb has rotated up to save DM, keeps the Enigma alive, and kills the Gyrocopter. So OG getting something elsewhere on the map.
Yeah, OG with some nice offlane here, actually. Works out really well for him.
The toss back from Dark Margo just to secure his water rune.
Yeah, gets the rune at least. And we saw a deny to the tower done by Stinger as well, as he wanted to get full HP and full mana on his Alchemist again.
An incredible start still from OG. Top 2 last hitters, both theirs, and Lone Druid trying to convert this early advantage into a kill on Sacred. He'll get the takedown. TP from Stinger is coming in towards Uragi, but the Savage Roar sends him back, gets himself a bit of distance, and trying to look to save the bear as well. Schofield and Stinger running out of options. They can't keep following forward.
He got the root as well there for that kill. Poor Darkseer thought that he was going to get away, but the root last second kept him in place, not going to get away. And soon we'll see the mid laners probably engage in some of the side lane action as well. As we see BZM about to hit level 6 now. And that's when Storm can open up the map.
Yeah, 20 seconds till that active rune timing. Up at top lane, so Seb, he's ditched the Troy lane, decides to join the Enigma. Up at top. Drag the creep wave in, so Gyrocopter limited in his farm now. And BZM with Tiger from the right-hand side, trying to catch up to Dark Margo. A ball lightning forward, aggressive from the Storm Spirit, diving into tier 1 tower, and he's really hunting for this tiny kill. Should be able to find it with another little touch there. Tiger makes sure he secures it as the black hole top connects on the gyro. Eidolons are there, popping damage onto Jim Park. Still surviving. The stomp going to get dodged, and Jim Park's alive still. Don't know how much longer though, because Seb is coming. The Titan, does he say yes? Does he say no? He says, oh god, get me out of here. No, I don't want to fight under this tier 1 anymore. A lift up and a concoction coming. DM's in trouble, but Tiger trying to turn it around with the Gyrocopter now. Good damage from this Dark Willow, but not enough to finish. Finally, Seb gets the takedown as Dark Margo arrives. One by one, heroes filter in. Topple over. My goodness.
I like how he got the kill with the impact of the blood grenade as well there, tossing a grenade stinger, and they're chasing for this wisdom rune. They're like, Seb, come back here. And Seb is just gonna take the Watcher and run away. I don't think he can contest this at all. Watcher is denied.
Yeah, it's not a
tipping in.
It's not a Seb axe moment. It's a Seb. Where are you? Come over here. Walks into Schofield. DM and Tiger should be able to clean up and trade though at the very least, as Tiger and BZM both get the wisdom runes.
Yeah. It was big that they got that. And BZM going in for the enemy wisdom rune. Now Sacred already used his surge here as well. There's a Lone Druid nearby. Root and he's dead. Oh, that should be a kill.
That's your fault. You did that.
Well, I called for it. Someone has to call for it.
And he's dead.
Caster's curse never been more obvious.
No, it's right there.
I got money riding on one of these teams, Garrett. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody. Dark Margo is wrapped in behind Uragi. Gets off the true form, and suddenly he's unkillable. Actually thinks about turning and fighting Schofield. Wherever you look, I feel bad for the observers, like bouncing from lane to lane, action and blood everywhere.
This is good. This is keeping observers hired, you know. You need an observer. Not anyone could spectate this game. You need to be a professional.
If I was observing, we'd have missed 14 kills.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff happening, actually. That's the power rune, DD rune bottom. Storm now with really good kill threats. Observer, watch out. Storm is going to do it. He's going to kill someone.
I mean, 8 minutes in, Gyro has just cracked level 6. Really feeling the pain of that. Enigma with the Eidolon denies. Dark Margo just going to toss back Storm. We've seen this story before. BZM has no fear diving this tier 1 with the DD rune, but maybe he's overstepped his bounds now. Jim Park and this Rubik helping out, closing in on to the Storm Spirit. He's got a Fairy Fire and 80 mana remaining. The Avalanche coming. BZM is dead. Tiger, he'll be chased down by Sacred and Schofield. Let's see, with 8-1 charges, 2 seconds for the Shadow Realm. I think Tiger might be able to survive this, you know. TP out. Any more stuns?
He's dying to it. Oh my god, that was
5
close.
HP or something?
Yeah, that was really close. Hey, I was right. Storm was gonna kill someone, but it turned out it wasn't someone else.
It was himself.
It happens, man. It happens. Part of the map has opened up now as the tower is removed and Lone Druid has started farming this area. As they're sharing the area with DM, there's so much farm available on the map. You can put 2 core heroes up here. DM can farm low into the enemy jungle, and Lone Druid can enjoy the top part of the map.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Solar Crest already done. Going Aetherlands after.
Oh boy, Jim Park, he's going down.
Oh dear.
Man, he just got Solar Crested. This is the build nowadays on Enigma Core. You just go Solar Crest Rush, and it's so damn strong, man. This early in the game, you can't even fight back. You'd think that, oh, your Gyrocopter just killed the Eidolons. Yeah, with what attack speed? -70.
Yeah, you just can't do it. And then, he's in your mid lane. He's just pivoting. This Enigma he's just destroying him. Schofield about to get taken down by Seb. Finished off by Tiger, and the Black Hole and the Tiny will clear up Dark Margot as well.
Oh,
yeah, we've seen this plenty. Like, not just core Enigma, support Enigma as well. Solar Crest. It's like I was saying before, it feels like he's a Doom crossbred with a Broodmother. He's got farm acceleration. He's got
gross, Gareth.
Jungle. No, it is disgusting. Look at him. He can kill towers, can push lanes, can farm jungle. He transitions from top tier 1 to mid.
Oh, sorry, I got excited about something. I saw the Finnish farming technique by Alchemist here. He's employing my boy Uker's strategy of stun jungle. You stun yourself and the enemy creeps. Oh, it's fantastic. It's not advised for core Alchemist, but as a support Alchemist, it's a legit play. The
Swarmy stun.
Yes. This is ancient Finnish farming techniques.
Dark Margot. He's got his classic phase boots. Does delay the blink dagger a little bit, but he likes these phase to be running around, being active in the first 15 minutes or so. And this is all coming together very nicely for OG, though. Big items for Yuragi's bear coming in. Enigma's pretty much ready. And BZM just needs a little bit of breathing room, which I think the rest of his team should be able to oblige.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this game is so high tempo so far, and I think overall the timings are going to be around like this Deso on Lone Druid. He has Mask of Madness, he has the gloves, so his bear already hits really hard or really fast, but once he gets Deso, he's going to hit really hard as well. It's going to open up the possibilities to take Roche and will threaten tier 2 towers more as well. So that's the big thing OG are looking towards. On top of that, he's going Ether Lens on Enigma. So going for range for that Black Hole and Solar Crest. It's you know, not the most common item, but every now and then we see it, and but Lens can be pretty damn useful.
Yuragi. Well, life still back up. Plenty of regen for him. And his top lane, Tiger, shows his face on the Rubik. Getting turned on here by Jim Park, but and Gyro's got to be a little worried of what's lurking above the ramp. It's DM's Enigma, and he's running straight for the Gyro. Midnight Pulse to break the trees. Malefice and a bit of chip damage, just making life uncomfortable for the Gyro.
Yeah.
Oh, BZM has it. Arcane Rune grab. Seb's coming in as well. Limited mana for the Storm Spirit, but they're still going to go for this. Trapped in the brambles thanks to Tiger. Earthsplitter not going to land, and Dark Margot trying his best with a toss back. Hands connecting, and the killer's there for BZM. Sacred with a wall drop does find Tiger's Willow. It's just scraps, little crumbs here for Beast Coast. Maybe. With a concoction, the vacuum, the lift up, back, BZM with a mana pool he's got, gets a bit of distance, and now in comes Yuragi and the rest of the squad. Oh, they can't catch this storm. Ace too quick on his feet. Sacred went deep, but a root, there it is.
They're so baited by the storm. They really wanted him so badly, and it looked like maybe they could grab him there, but good reactions by OG and how they played around this. I think right now, Beast Coast, they're losing so much control in the game because they don't really have a game on the Tiny. If Tiny had his Blink Dagger, like, then they could start threatening things, but look at this. This is non-stop OG going for moves or OG punishing moves.
This is OG. This is the style.
Yeah, they've definitely... They needed... This is what I've been, waiting for after we saw the first series, and... They are not messing around. Driver's seat Dota is definitely what they're doing.
And just pressing forward. Relentless stuff from them. And Dark Margot's clearing out Eidolons in that top jungle. DM standing here, almost goading Beast Coast to come and join them in a fight. Tiger's killed off the homing missile, and he wants to terrorize Dark Margot here. There's no Shadow Realm, but this Dark Willow still fake pumping it until the bitter end as she dies.
Yeah, he didn't want to fake pump it in the very end when Avalanche just stops it over and over. So he couldn't really find a good earlier, but ultimately goes down. Also, I wonder if this item is really the correct play here. Interesting by Willow, going for the Rod of Atos as well. So not going for a save item or something else, instead just a little bit more lockdown in stats, of course. She is a universal hero, so she does benefit from the Atos, but you're also a core with Tranquils. You're not power grids.
Atos into Ags, come on. Give us that Shadow Realm.
Yeah, speaking of Ags, you know, Stinger, when is that Aghanims coming up? How are we looking? Any more minutes? Okay, we need a little bit more time. Okay, he's cooking.
And that's for the gyro, right?
It has to be. I think you can't really give it to someone else. I mean, Tiny doesn't matter this early on. Give it to Rubik. 2 spells.
Yay! Yeah, we were talking about that gyro Ags before, and I guess Jim Park here going for some little items in between. Maelstrom, treads.
Yeah, he's just gonna go as much damage as possible to make up for it there. Smoke dupes.
Yeah, just solo killed by Tiger. Bedlam offering a lot of damage. Gets bonked by the homing missile, but here is the real big pivotal point for Beast Coast, it feels like. Blink Dagger Tiny. How much can Dark Margot and the rest of the squad get done with this initiation tool?
Oh my god, yeah, they have to get a lot done, because look at this push, the Solar Crested Bear, without even Mask of Madnessing, it hits so fast. And then Mask of Madnesses and hits at the same speed, it continues. Even faster.
The jump, Dark Margot, Avatos, vacuum back, Yuragi dead. They're gonna blow up on the Lone Druid as DM attempts the TP, but they kill him off as well. That is pretty big for Beast Coast, defending top tier 2, getting 2 core kills.
That was massive. That was absolutely massive. So much gold for these kills. 800 and 900 gold, you know, for the pickoffs. And they're even going to get a bonus here as Tiger comes in. And that's not a small kill either. Map opening up, and you couldn't really ask for a better Blink Dagger reveal. You could say maybe Lone Raid should have pre-cast his True Form there before they initiate on him. He tried to use it as a reaction, but it was too late.
I gets completely surprised by this Tiny. They do relinquish that top lane, OG. Just allow Beast Coast to kind of swarm back out there, keep the farm going. But Seb, this Elder Titan, getting pretty farmed from the support role.
Yeah, he's also denying here, make sure Stinger doesn't get a single creep there. He's like, nope, you're not getting your Aghanims too fast here, my friend. 800 more gold than the Ags is online for the Gyrocopter from this Alchemist. Gyro decided to go for a BKB. So, Maelstrom BKB, when he gets fed an Aghanims, he'll be pretty strong. But overall, I think OG are doing a good job just scaling up here.
I just feel so bad for Sacred this game. He's now behind the ET in net worth, barely ahead of his own Alchemist. And Tiger just breaking vision up on high ground. Dark Margot makes the jump, blows up the Dark Willow. Yuragi's in that true form now as they get a bit of focus onto Dark Margot with a Malefice and a Lone Druid hitting into him. Tanky boy though, this Tiny with tons of armor. BZM's going to show his face though. Jumps on the Sacred, Black Hole's out, Avalanche in there from Dark Margot with a toss and a vacuum into the wall. As for the lands though, big damage from Seb. Allows BZM to close the gap and kill off that Darkseer. And now look at Parker. Poor Gyro just crushed into the ground, turned to dust.
Yeah, that fight was very, very one-sided. I mean, you get a nice jump pickoff there with Dark Margot. Actually going in for a Storm? He gets him?
Yeah.
Okay. Not gonna stop them from threatening Roche here, but that is a massive pickoff that he manages to find. Nice little play by Dark Margot. But overall, the team fight potential here from the Black Hole, the Terrorize, there's way too many things. Even the Fair from the Lone Druid coming in. I thought that fight, if that fight was gonna go south, then Yuragi would be kicking himself, because mid-fight, he delivered the Death Soul on the Courier, but the classic Lone Druid thing where you deliver the item to your hero instead of your bear, and his bear was isolated on the other side, so he couldn't pass the Death Soul over.
Oh no.
But they still dominate the fight way too easily there, so no concern.
Okay, here we go. We saw Tiny get his blink. Big turnaround from Beast Coast. Now the Ags is there from Gyro. They're trying to get a pick off bottom. Dark Margot and Schofield here, throwing some of Dark Willow spells back her own way. Tumbles out there with a Tumbler's Toy.
Yeah, he's tanky enough though with those crowns and manages to get to safety. But like you said, with the timing of this Aghanims being infused over on the gyrocopter, as well as the fact that he got BKB flying out.
Oh.
This is going to be a really strong power spike for them. And they didn't go for Roche on the side of OG. Maybe a little bit of respect there after they used the Black Hole, didn't want to go for it. That means that Beast Coast now... Wait, look, they want to go through? They're going through.
They're coming through. Straight into Tiger. I mean, Stinger is the canary in the coal mine there, just going through the Twin Gate and dying. And now Jim Park, he's gone through the Twin Gate. Terrorize comes, the BKB's up, Jim Park half HP. The Bear starting to shred through him, but they're going to toss across. And Lone Druid going to run back a little bit. DM and BZM, they're straight back on them though. Get the takedown and the ball lining forward, aiming for Dark Margot. But he slipped away into the fog, off into the night, and he pops.
I mean, they scanned, right? They scanned before they went through, saw that the enemy are there, and then still committed to go through.
Oh, did they?
I don't know what possessed them to do this, but they really felt like they have to go through to top Roche. I think they expected OG were taking Roche already, and they had to go there to contest it. But that wasn't the case at all. They just jumped into a death trap. OG still not concerned with Roche. They're like, nah, we're good, man. We're just playing Dota over here.
I just keep on farming. It's like, who needs Techie's mines when you got Brambles and Lone Druid Bear and Terrorize?
It was a horrible spot to land. Now Roche travels down bottom and he juggles some heroes. Actually, Taiga gets pushed down on the right side though. You can get stuck north of that, but gets pushed on the southern side. Safer. Smoke up by OG, faking out that they're going Roche.
Oh, there's a ward inside the Lotus Pool. Stinger finds it. Does give away the positioning of him, but the rest of Beast Coast smoked up down into this bottom right corner.
Yeah, Taiga going around a little bit here, trying to drop some wards behind everything. And straight into Roche by Beast Coast. Ballsy move. Very ballsy.
ET has Aghanim Scepter now. Terrorize connects on all of them as Tiger makes an appearance. Curse Crown down on Stinger. In comes Jim Park, trying to BKB and run towards targets, but Sacred's crushed, and Jim Park is just dying. The Bear doesn't care about your BKB. Dark Margot in a spot of bother as well. Hounded by BZM and Yuragi. That is just simple stuff from OG. Hold position, look for targets, get the start they wanted. And Seb with his Aghanim Scepter, shiny golden god, going to come in and wave goodbye to Stinger.
Yeah, just goodbye, but he's so strong. I mean, the Elder Titan is actually a powerhouse in these fights. Seb is having a fantastic game at 4-1-16, which is, you know, he's a major threat in the team fights now. If you stack up a lot of heroes, this ET will just run in and punch you down. And honestly, I don't even see the way that Beast Coast can turn this game around the way it's going right now. It's tough to say, but even at 7,000 gold difference, which doesn't sound that bad, it is incredibly hard to play your way out of this right now in fights. You basically have to dodge, farm up your gyro, turn him into a monster, and then take team fights. Because right now, he doesn't have the damage. The reality of the situation is you lack right-click damage to win the fight against the Lone Druid, to win the fight against, you know, everybody just focusing you with early game Solar Crest impact and so on. He just needs to get to a point of having like Daedalus, and that's what he's queuing up.
Like Daedalus, Satanic, Rapier. Just keep thinking about these big damage items. All this Sentry pre-placed by OG. Spots Dark Margot coming in. And Seb, yet again, with his Aghanim Scepter, just runs straight forward towards him. Punching so good. Get that kill on Tiny. No, not quite. Dark Margot with the avalanche and the potential to blink back now is Schofield. Well, he's died on the side, but there's the range. DM and Seb catch up to the Tiny. Close the gap on him.
Oh, almost saw the Crimson Guard save his life there. It was doing a lot, man, the Sacred Crimson Guard, but not enough at the end of the day. And we see the technique.
Yes. Skadoosh. But is he gonna die for this? Oh my god! I just black hole him.
Yes, he will die. DM says that's what's gonna happen.
The tip from BZM was like, it was almost Before the black hole happened, it's like DM called it, like, I'm gonna black hole this guy. And
Yeah.
BZM's like, yeah, you go slay king.
I mean, they don't need Black Hole for team fights right now. The reality is they're so strong for team fighting that he can just use this. Do you see what the BCM is doing as well with Fairy Trinkets? He's using Philosopher's Stone and then bringing in Fairy Trinket for fights.
Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty nifty stuff. Oh, and Beast Coast just getting caught up in all these disables, roots, and the stuns for days. Jim Park on the right side trying to push out the flat cannon damage. And Dark Margo will turn and get a good amount onto BZM, but that's just the Aegis. Tiny down, and the BKB TP from the gyro gets him away. But OG are running away with this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the strongest control they could be in here with all the catch they have. And now Blink Dagger adding up on the Dark Willow as well. So she will be able to catch people. Enigma has his BKB as well as the Lens, going for a Blink Dagger next too. This is just snowballing out of control very, very rapidly. Even the Elder Titan going for an Echo Saber next to get that punching going. And they're stealing the Tormentor.
So take every piece of the pie.
Okay, the ET shard, so he can go in now as well. And you get 2-second CDR on the Q.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Jim Park with a DD rune. Curse Crown's on him though, and Tiger. It was 1v3 there, but Shadow Realm keeps him safe and sound.
Problem is no BKB on Gyrocopter yet. It's his cooldown.
Oh, this stomp. Is this setting up for a go? Yeah, OG with the Earth Splitter. Schofield very low. Dark Margo tossing DM around, but they've lost their Rubik. Gone for 30, and a long zip in from BZM. Right on top of Dark Margo to kill him off. Jim Park is here. The DD rune still running. He can't stick on any targets, though. Tiger slipping away. The stomp is buying so much time.
Yeah, it really is. And they're trying to chase anything here, but I think it's actually OG maybe looking to take this fight. We kind of back out in the end. Poor Gyrocopter, man, getting kited so hard. Didn't have BKB for a majority there of that fight. And when he finally has it, the DD rune is gone and his teammates are also dead. So back to farming again. And
then in the next fight, there's a Scythe.
Oh boy.
If he doesn't precast that BKB, he's getting hexed up into a little piggy.
Yeah, Storm with that Scythe as well, getting so much mana regen as well. Getting the Kaya plus Scythe mana regen here.
Is Kaya just a bigger version of a Falcon Blade? I'm looking at the icons, and I'd never realized how similar they look.
I mean, they're very similar, definitely.
Falcon Blade is a little dagger, and Kaya's a big old
Witchblade is
broadsword.
also a dagger. It's just colored, you know. Witchblade is just a pink Falcon Blade, yeah.
It always makes me think of there's like 3 or 4 spells with like the same icon. The Treant Overgrowth, Frostbite, and Cold Embrace all have that little guy in an ice cube. Yeah,
the poor guy in despair. Yeah, just colored
differently.
Oh no,
Sacred. Yeah.
Okay.
Side device for him. Beast Coast just nowhere nearby. He's gone for about a minute. It does have a buyback, but it's been a rough one for Sacred for sure.
Taiga opted to go for Force Staff instead of a Blink Dagger, by the way, but he's here catching the Tiny. Doesn't actually have a friend nearby, but behind though, Seb is coming in.
Hello, Twin Gate time. Dark Margo hexed up by BZM and Seb, and they're going to give it to him. Tiger takes it. A mega kill streak for your Dark Willow. Just everywhere you step as Beast Coasters. Oh, all kinds of nonsense on the floor. Just a
OG are
minefield.
Done, man. They're not messing around anymore. They're like, we lost 3 games in a row, and that's not what they want from this tournament. They want to come in here and get some wins. I mean, this is like we mentioned, some absolutely absurd amount of money on the line here. You want to play your best Dota. You can't go in and have a bad day. You know, first day needs to be strong, and finishing strong is better than nothing, Gareth.
Yeah. You can just imagine Seb, right, after game 2 or game 3, he's saying to his team, like, come on, guys, this is unacceptable. We're better than this. You know, we know the level we can play to. They're showing it off here in their 4th game of day 1. Supreme.
I mean, right now, Beast Coast, look at their positioning. Everybody is so defensive right now. You got Jim Park farming basically nothing. Sacred is the bravest of the course, but that also means he might be the one to die next. And Stinger just kind of sitting around bottom waiting for something, but there's nothing really going on the map.
Just going through the motions, like pushing out waves and maybe even getting caught. Sacred surges out of the grasps of Seb. 1 minute 10 for Roshan fast spawn. Something OG just can keep on guarding.
Yeah, and Yuragi added the double Wraith Band at 25 minutes. He had the circlets before then, but then when 25 minutes hits, gets those Wraith Bands on his Lone Druid. Very nice.
Tons of armor. So useful to protect him against his acid spray, flat cannon.
Helps the bear too, right? Since you share the armor.
Oh yeah? Oh,
Yep,
Dark's
a
here.
little bit of past.
Say goodbye, Sacred. Under the Midnight Pulse, the bear hits, the bash is there. Yuragi has killed him off yet again, and they're pressuring high ground. A lot of work to be done by Beast Coast, and that's going to be undone by a zip from BZM. Good Glimmer Cape, though, just in time to save up Stinger. Schofield saving his additional support.
Doesn't look like OG feel any real stress here. They're forcing people back, they're trying to push high ground, but at the same time, not overcommitting by doing so. They are going to go again, but Storm is very low mana. It's just the bear getting some time to auto-attack.
Well, Jim Park has the item. Let's see if he can come back to base and actually use it, because the rest of his team is dying. Rubik gone for 45. Jim Park now arriving. Call down and Rapira in hand. Oh,
Yeah.
not yet. He hasn't assembled it just yet.
He could still go back for Daedalus here and get Nullfire, but he has it ready. He has it, like, ready in case. Break the glass in case of emergency right here. Is this Rapier. I think it's a smart choice. This game is looking absolutely dire. You need something big to turn around. With that Rapier, maybe it could work, but he can still die so easily.
Well, he assembles it. And it's Rapier there. Dark Margot, he's got Blink. Avalanche forward, toss back. The Storm caught up. A huge kill for Jim Park. That's 1,000 gold for him.
Yeah, that's some fast money right there. Now they need to play together a lot, though. They need to try to keep Jim Park safe. Just 2 minutes until Roche. There's no ages up yet, so you just gotta go as 5. And it's difficult to do so against the Enigma, knowing how Enigma and Elder Titan are very, very strong in team fights as well.
Yuragi with a BKB. Let's see if he keeps that on his hero. Or... And do you want it on the bear, the BKB?
I think he keeps it on his hero, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out myself. I'm not sure.
You keep it on your hero for now. If you push high ground, you put it on the bear.
Okay, that makes sense.
Basically how it is. I think he needs it on his hero.
Yeah, probably right. 1 minute or so for Roche to spawn, and it is daytime. Plenty of time till night.
Smoke up now, 10 seconds to Storm respawn, and OG are looking pretty ready to take a fight here. You could TP in the Storm, but the vision is great here for Beast Coast. They went in and dewarded, and they saw that sentry placed, so they know the smoke is here.
Quick deward.
Storm not TPing to the outpost bottom, instead just walking over there. Zipping and farming his way over.
And there's still no lifesteal on this gyro, right? There's not even like no Vlad's. I mean, he's got Paladin Sword still?
Yeah, he has Pala, so he's got some, but he doesn't have Satanic.
And Roshan's home. His summer vacation home being occupied by OG. Eidolon in the pit, and another smoke here. 5 men strong this time. And Beast Coast just evacuate. They don't want to be sticking around down there.
Yeah, and they're using heroes to break smokes and trying to protect the gyrocopter. It's like an escort mission here, trying to keep this guy alive. But you don't want to just give up this Roche. It feels so terrible when you have Rapier and Gyro. They're just leaving it. I don't know.
Yeah, looks like they have...
I'm unsure about this, Gareth.
Yeah. Nice. No intentions of contesting at all, looks like. Beast Coast is giving it up.
I feel so risky, though. You just give away the Aegis, and now Storm with Aegis can go hunting for your gyrocopter. It's just feels like you're asking to be stuck in base forever. And maybe they just feel like the team fights are that tough. Like OG have that much freaking fighting that they don't want to fight outside base. They want to fight inside their own base, but that means the push, they're probably gonna be another like 6,000 gold ahead or something by the time they knock on your doorstep.
Yeah, I mean, Seb's gonna end up with like Daedalus and Basher and stuff like that soon.
He's getting there. He's got Nullifier coming up.
Unbelievable amount of farm
Turning
on
into a
him.
core.
Yeah, he's ahead of the tide in the docks, yeah.
Yeah.
Aghanim Echo Saber. We've seen this a couple of times. I think Crit is probably the big one with the ET going that Mom Basher build with the Ags.
True, true. He definitely plays one hell of a ET. I also love watching Zai play ET. He's one of the true artists on the hero.
ET Savant. And tons of repositioning. There we go, Shard for Tiger.
Fantastic shard to get. He has the Blink, Force, and the Rod of Atos. Now getting the shard as well. And he's in a great position, just sitting here waiting for someone to come out and farm. He knows that there's a very limited amount of farm on the map that's safe for Beast Coast. So by sitting on this cliff, he surveils the area. Beast Coast, though, they're going for a smoke out. This feels so awkward for him, though, because you waited, gave the enemy ages, and now you're smoking out. But maybe it's just, you know, crazy enough that it might work, Gareth.
Yeah, you gotta try something. Can't let them just get to your base. If OG start running up that ramp, it's danger time. And here comes Jim Park. Rapier, Satanic, Avalanche from Dark Margot, looking for the Lone Druid. Toss him across the Seb. Focusing down the ET and the Bear. Jim Park gets some serious work done as OG, they retreat. Sacred, where you going? Vacuuming in between. Splits the wickets, threads the needle right between the two of them. And Tiger, TP out as well.
If he knew how close that was, in between two of them. That is an unlucky targeting there with the vacuum not getting either. But still, fantastic fight. They did get a nice little advantage there in getting some map control back. They can now go back and take their own Tormentor. Jim Park, don't do that. Do you kill it? Oh, okay. He hesitates. Yeah, I don't think you want to do that. If you risk your rapier. You try and solo the Tormentor. But he goes and heals a little bit, and then he can come back for it.
Okay.
Smart.
I can breathe.
He wouldn't throw like that, Gareth. Don't worry.
No. He's definitely cleaned up his act in the past few months, for sure. Oh, he's looked very good. Well, Beast Coast, I mean, a new lease on life, honestly, with this. Satanic, Daedalus, Rapier, Gyrocopter.
Ooh,
11k lead for OG, and they've looked good in the last couple of team fights, but a jump from Dark Margot, finding Enigma in the back, terrorizes out, and the fear on the Gyro stops him from doing too much. Can he turn and fight this with a vacuum and wall? Sacred, he's got the connection, the Bear is dead, and Jim Park surged up, charging forward. Ogre Shield Totem giving Uragi a bit of space, but Dark Margot closes that gap so quickly. Jim Park just frontlining, standing on top of the dead bodies of OG, dancing on their corpses, as Uragi's going to get found out as they cannot fight him. You can't touch this Gyrocopter, he's too bloody strong. Dark Margot's going to BKB up and look for any stragglers. Oh, the Titan, Seb, again in this position is a little awkward, but he gets off his Aghanim Scepter Spirit BKB kind of deal, and up to high ground he goes, as Beast Coast are on their doorstep.
Yeah, they could grab here. Look at Schofield, his Invis. Sitting there, catches this guy.
Yeah, he's going to grab on this ET, vacuum him in. Damage from Jim Park, not quite enough. Trying to flat cannon off the tower and hit him there as well, but with a Fear and a Bedlam, a Storm Zip in with a Hex, but Dark Margot's defending him, protecting the Gyro, keeping that Rapier in play.
They have it. They need to get out now. Don't want to get caught with Enigma respawning and losing your Tiny. So leaving the area, Schofield gonna glimmer up, look for a spot. He doesn't have TP yet. 12 seconds, 10 seconds, but they don't find him. I think he's safe where he is. Finds a tier 4 token as well on his way out.
Yeah. Make sure to grab that.
That was fantastic, though. This game is actually so on because of this Rapier. I like it.
It's been a while since I've seen a Rapier turnaround. It's just like, oh, we're behind, we buy a Rapier, and then we lose the game. It's all over. But this Gyrocopter with a fed Aghanim Scepter given by the Alk, Satanic done, he's hitting his stride.
They're doing
11k lead is...
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to try and help him as well. Sorry, they're swinging the lead. But look at it, they're getting Vladimir's on the Alchemist. They have Whip on Alchemist as well. Solar Crest on Alchemist as well. Then they're surging him in the team fight. They're really like putting all their eggs in the Gyro basket. And it's a great hero to try and do that with. Because now he hit level 25. He got the Flak Cannon CDR talent as well.
Oh, that's big. If we get some more vacuums like we did in the previous fight from Sacred, group them all up, get these flat cannon hits landing, and it could be huge for Beast Coast.
Yes. 4,000 HP to go through. 3.8k while he's on Agi treads. It's not easy to burst this man. What tier 4 item does he get? Does he get a nice one? He gets the Trickster. It's really useful, actually. The bear does not have MKB, so that's a very big part. And also, magic resistance against the storm, always useful.
Yeah, we saw him in the previous couple of games, you know, using the Shadow Blade on TB and some other heroes, kind of enter a fight, run away, reset, come back in, that element of surprise, just a couple of seconds of hiding, make sure that you're not going to get tagged by a hex or a black hole or something.
Yeah, if by any chance they don't have detection for him when he has this Trickster Cloak as well, he could just sneak away perhaps or reset even just for a few seconds and then get the lifesteal to keep going. He is adding a Skadi now on the Gyrocopter as well. So gets the full Eye of Skadi here to replace the Dragonlance. Now he actually has some slow, so not gonna be as easy to run away from him. 4.5k HP. It just keeps going up.
Big numbers.
Enigma can do a lot of damage to it. Here's the thing, like, Enigma, good against high HP targets, but it's so damn tricky to try and black hole an Gyrocopter with Rapier, Daedalus, and Aghanim Scepter. You sort of have to do it from far, which you can with the Ether Lens. Or you have to, like, be under no vision and Glimmer Cape and then black hole, but they don't have Glimmer Cape. They went for other items.
Yeah, and we still have the Rubik in the game as well, right? So if you're aiming for this gyro and thinking I have to black hole gyro, that kind of gives Schofield a little bit of wiggle room there to steal the black hole and maybe turn it.
Yeah, I think you need to send a hitman on Schofield. You need to send in Storm Spirit to get Schofield out of the game, and then you can deal with the gyro. But the problem is, in the amount of time it takes Storm to kill the Rubik, which isn't much time, the gyro might just have killed some heroes as well. Because he does fantastic damage output as well.
Schofield being the recon man for Beast Coast. Just running forward.
They've halberd on the ET. Also doesn't stop, I believe, the Aghanim Scepter attacks from Gyrocopter.
No, I don't think it does.
I think you need to Silver Edge him to stop those attacks, actually. I think the break does work.
Okay. Tier 2 doesn't last long to it. Beast Coast, I mean, we were talking about driving seat earlier on, saying, you know, you were mentioning OG looking good the first 25, 30 minutes. They were the ones dictating how the game was going. It's a carjacking.
This is no longer as obvious here, but they are building some serious threats here. Aghanim Scepter being built by Storm. You want buyback money as well, though. Yeah, find on Schofield would be a good pick-off. No Rubik means easier time for Enigma.
What's he stolen? Has he stolen Shadow Realm? He's trying to get away from this, but BZM's gonna cut short the shenanigans. Oh, maybe not. Another Shadow Realm, Terrorize, and the Static Remnants finally dies. Irritating fella, though.
Terrorized straight into the Static Remnant. Poor guy. Ran into it. Yeah, he couldn't TP out first there in his first Shadow Realm because he had the E from Willow on him. The Cursed Crown was ticking. So he had to wait for a second one, but by that time, backup arrived.
Sacred? He gets off his BKB.
Man, making plays right now over on the side of Taiga. Just finding these little instigations. And that forces all of Beast Coast to sit back. Like I said, when you have this Rapier and no Aegis, you need to go all together. And since people are dying, that means that you're sitting extremely far back and just chilling.
Yeah, barely touching your Ancients. And Dark Margo is going to come out a little bit here in the bottom lane. And then you see, like you say, the rest of them join up with him. And Roshan is alive. OG scouting in the pit. They know he's there.
Beast Coast want to get there. You want to get there and you want to fight for this Aegis because getting Aegis on Gyro would make the game so much simpler. He even got Aeon Disc on Gyro. He has a ready Aeon Disc here.
Oh, he's unlock it. He's unlocked it. There it is. Aeon Disc going to keep him alive.
So
Jim Park going to turn around. He survived the Satanic Sub, but he's turning on the bear. BZM's out of mana. He long zipped and didn't land. Oh, gee. Oh, dear.
Dude, the Aeon Disc play, actually. You only need to use it once. He can sell it now, you know? You did it. You surprised the enemy with it. Now you can go and take whatever you want. He actually wants to push. Like, no way you don't take Aegis here. There's no way. He runs back. He's like, oh, yeah, Roche.
What did he replace? Was it just Treads that he swapped out for Aeon Disc?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now it's gonna... Now it's gonna go into the backpack after getting this. And there's an Aghanims as well on this Roche, so who gets the Aghanims?
Huh?
He's fighting Alchemist here, taking his job, giving out Aghanim Scepter.
How dare you? Oh, looks like it's the Dark Seer for that normal punch.
Normal punch is really nice, getting extra disable here as well.
Where's this Lone Druid's dead for a minute, hey? No buyback.
Yeah. Yes.
It's on cooldown for a minute.
Exactly, his death timer pretty much, his duration on that. So, yeah, he can just go here. I don't know how you defend. You don't even have Black Hole 40 seconds.
Yeah.
This Gyrocopter can end during that. If you go straight for it, he can end, but ET Stomps are going to make it a little bit annoying.
Well, BZM, he gets caught out. He gets caught out. Oh, he gets the ball out, though. Ooh. That Terrorize barely saving the Storm's life. Tiger in the nick of time. That was bloody close. But your base is being crushed here.
Oh, no, not a pause right now. Such a tense moment. 2 disconnects. Oh, this is the worst time to get disconnects. This is really, really tight.
And what are we looking at? 20 seconds for Black Hole, 25 for Lone Druid, ET and Dark Willow, both with everything in their arsenal available. BZM's got, I don't know, clenching his toes.
Yeah,
he's so close to death.
Yeah, this is really, really scary. I think he even got an Aghanim's shot that didn't hit him. It hit a barracks instead of him, I think, when he jumped out there, because he stood for a split second. But yeah, it was very dangerous, very dangerous. Storm does have buyback, though, of course, but you don't want to lose it before you respawn here. You want to use it in the fight, ideally, or not at all. Does have that Aghanims to try and set up for the Enigma. We could see the Storm grab into the Enigma grab. The question is, though, does Gyrocopter die? He has the Aegis and he has the Aghanim Scepter. So even if you do it perfectly, you kind of have to catch other heroes. And everyone else is just chilling. Look at them. Rubik sitting back, Sacred sitting back. Stinger also doesn't really need to go in.
Dark Margot just, I'm a rock.
Yeah, Dark Margot
I'm a boulder in your base.
If they go on only Dark Mago and he has a cheese BKB Assault Cuirass, even has the Trickster Cloak as well, it's very hard to kill him. I don't know, this is tricky puzzle here for OG how to defend this, honestly. Because this push is not stopping. They're gonna get the mid, if they get mid racks, they're just gonna go straight for tier 4s.
There's a D rune down the bottom that nobody knows about. That could be a big one.
They are drawing that they need to push out top lane. It's true that there are Eidolons up there as well. Looks like Beast Coast might just want to take mid here and then back out and go top because of how they're drawing.
That's fair. If you're kind of afraid of the Black Hole and Lone Druid respawning, makes sense.
Yeah, it is probably the most disciplined way to do it. It's easier with the burst observer. You get more information. You know, you can check people's buyback, see how many people have what, and yeah, with the Lone Druid not having buyback still, they're definitely going to be able to get the mid racks here. And then just backing out and pushing a final lane seems like a pretty simple game plan for them.
I mean, Tiger currently smoked and holding a couple more smokes. You're going to need to get some real big utilization out of that.
Yeah. I mean, he has his own smoke from the Ninja Gear as well. Very nice item. They also have Ninja Gear on the Enigma. Pretty S tier neutral item drop to get for him.
And where is his courier? Okay, so he does have the recipe. The Enigma has refresher recipe already.
Yeah. The NFT, if you will. It's the refresher NFT. It costs so much. Have you seen it? It's 2,600 gold recipe, man. You pay so much money for nothing at all. That's why it's an NFT.
That's a good one. I've not thought of it like that. Oh, just a little scroll of paper saying, yes, you own a refresher orb somewhere out there.
I love going into
the
fights
receipt
with that.
is worth money.
Instead of buying the cornucopias, you just show up with that. Pretend you have it.
Oh, that's a good one. Does he just buy out? Do you just buy out the refresher?
Tricky. I don't think I think you do, actually. Yeah, maybe you do. Because buyback doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, he's sending his courier, he's going to buy it. I think you buy it immediately. It's very risky. This game is really, really scary right now. Man, where are the players? Come back.
I don't know. Having some issues. It's just really one of those things like, you know, one feather can tip the scale in this game. One stun, one random gyro attack from his side gunner, one daedalus crit.
One Ethernet cord.
Yeah. One packet lost. That's all it can take. Yeah, I like your point about Beast Coast, kind of just playing fog, not showing, keeping 3 heroes tucked away and hidden. No targets being given to OG, so... And then we're thinking about observer board vision, Eidolons trying to scout and wrap around. You know. Does OG start sending couriers to drag creep waves? Because we've seen that a fair amount.
True. I mean, it's easier to do super late into the game when you actually have the shield available as well on all different couriers. Everyone a high enough level, was level 20, I think you unlock the shields. I think. Let me check here. Wait, where's Rubik's courier? You're low level. Let me check your courier. Yeah, he doesn't have the shield. It's level 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 you get the shield. We will see. We will see.
Yeah, we'll see if Jim Park gets his refresh orb as well. He's got one queued up for the double BKB Satanic Eon Disc, double flat cannon.
It is nice. It is nice getting the extra BKB. I find refresher to be tricky though. Now that backpack doesn't cool down as well, I would honestly not mind seeing him just buy a Moonshard as well here, because the fights are decided so quick, and getting extra attack speed is greatly increasing his DPS even more here. So it's an option. But if he wants to double BKB, double ulti, double satanic, definitely not bad.
I just spam out as much damage as you possibly can in a matter of seconds. I still... tier 2 top, Tormentor, Wisdom Rune, lots of stuff on the left side of the map there. If Beast Coast want to try and be a little bit sneaky.
Oh, speaking of NFTs, I missed that Radiant actually stole one of the tier 3 tokens from Beast Coast. If you look in their fountain, there's a tier 3 token there that they never got to use. But now, of course, every player has got the tier 4 neutral items available here on the side of Beast Coast, so they're fine.
Yeah, there's still a token out there from OG to use tier 4 wise. Beast Coast have used all theirs up.
Yeah, they should see what their final item is. See if they find something nice for Storm Spirit. I mean, he's currently holding on to a ceremonial robe, which is good. Maybe he checked his options already, but it's possible he didn't. If he checked his options, it's very possible they doesn't have better than ceremonial, because ceremonial robe with Aghanims on Storm is so good. Extra chain stun duration, extra damage output in general in an AoE. He even has the overload bounce attack talent. What he really needs now is the shard. Storm needs shard to press overload and get more of those bounces. Wait, does that work on Lone Druid Bear? I'm not sure how it works. Does it give to Lone Druid and to the Bear? Because that's kind of strong then, the shard on Storm.
I don't know. I mean, it says allied heroes. But
yeah,
Lone Druid is one of those weird, it's like
the bear is the weirdest fucking interaction. It's so inconsistent. It's a hero, it's not a hero, it's a creep, it's not even a unit sometimes. I don't know.
It's like the same with Warlock Golem. Like they're like hero units, but not heroes and not units. They're some weird hybrid.
I don't even know. I think it gets it, is what I would assume.
That would be pretty wild if it does.
Yeah.
Even just the 350 mana from Ceremonial Robe's nice for the Storm.
True. Yeah, extra mana pool is never bad to have something to work with.
Well, we hope we can get them back in shortly. I've just looked at the top of the screen, but 44 minutes in, 42-18. This kill lead is massive. OG have been slaughtering Beast Coast, but it just comes down to like one fight, one initiation, one Eon Disc for the Gyrocopter.
It's so deceptive, the score. You tune in, you're like, wow, OG are really crushing it, but nah, not yet. Jim Park, he's got a thing or two to say about that. 666 kills, death assists, the devil himself holding a rapier.
If only his last hits, man. He's what, like 52 short?
Yeah. Go farm 52 creeps. Don't actually fight. We can do it. Make it happen.
Let's get the numbers all lined up. What are we zooming in on? Oh, there's a Rubik. Wow. Look at him. Beautiful fella. He's halfway through the wall. He's clipping into another realm of existence.
What a handsome lad.
No, this is the handsome one.
Storm
Spirit.
Storm with the red eyes, like straight up monstrous.
Demonic. Wait, hello?
Where are we? What are you doing?
Oh, it's Dead Lone Druid.
Yes, true. Well,
I didn't know we could zoom into dead people. It's just
press F to pay respect for the graveyard of Lone Druid.
Yeah, poor fella. And he was just danced on. Someone was Gyro was teabagging him as he died.
Yeah, do a little Fortnite dance.
They're flossing.
Oh god. Bro, this boss, please.
Oh,
I want to see
the
the most hype moment right now. Rapier on the field. About to do the final push here, pretty much.
Such a momentum killer. Like Beast Coast, they're sweating to get to this moment, and all of a sudden, adrenaline starts leaving your brain.
Yeah.
Your muscles relax. You get a bit of cramp.
By the way, they did get the halberd on the ET to try and counter the gyrocopter, but I mean, it's I don't know if it's enough, man. This gyro he's packing such a punch. It goes so fast. By the time you walk close enough to use that halberd, you might even be putting yourself in danger.
What's ET shard again? He puts his. You can jump to the spirit.
Yeah,
when he stomps.
And 2 seconds, I think, CDR for the stomp.
Okay.
I believe, compared to the base. Let me double check that.
So I guess he's got
2 second CDR, and then the ability to jump in as well.
Just go all in. Just dive straight onto the gyrocopter. Stomp him up. Halberd him. That's like you said, Beast Coast, they're all inning this gyrocopter to build him up. 1v9. And if you can kill him off, get the rapier, hand it to the bear or something.
Yeah, they even have great heroes to protect him, right? They have the what? Why did I hear resume sound? What the hell?
Just jumping in and out of the game.
I mean, he reconnected and it played the game resuming sound for me. Strange. I was gonna say they have really a nice save with the telekinesis as well. With the shard on Rubik, you can toss the gyrocopter. You can also use that aggressively. If the enemy are running away, you can throw your gyrocopter forward, just slam him into the enemy.
Get in there!
Yeah,
a holy hand grenade.
They have the toss. There are multiple ways to do this.
Go forth and do damage, Gyro. You know what your job is. Press flak cannon and spill the damage on your enemies.
Literally,
we've got Tiger back
to the enemy and they disappear. Okay,
we've got Tiger back. Come on, Seb. I believe in you, Seb.
You can do it, Seb.
Seb.
I think Seb is just doing coaching right now, doing his pep talk. He's like, guys, it's just one gyro. It's just one man. We can beat him. Just
clapping his hands to every word has a clap in his.
Yeah.
All the best coaches, they've got that tempo and rhythm about their speech patterns, right? Just hammer the point home.
Here he is. The speech is done. It's over. OG are now evolved.
Next level.
Yeah. Let's see if they can turn this around. I don't think they're going to defend Midrax. I think they're going to let it go, but we'll see if they have different plans. They don't have Terrorize right now, and Lone Druid is still dead. So I think you got to just sack Midrax and then live to fight another day and do the final defense. But
oh my god. Rainbow pings everywhere. Spam of pings all across the screen, but here we go. Like you said, not really defending the mid lane of Barracks, just letting Jim Park go to work on it.
Here's Timeless Relic. Oh,
ooh.
Big.
Ooh.
That's a big upgrade for Storm.
That is huge. BZM just going to zip in and out, clear out the creep wave. Mid lane destroyed by Parker. Surged up and running back. So yeah, looks like Beast Coast is going to get what they came for, but Parker getting caught out. No more TP. Ball lightning in. The Storm diving into the back, looking for the Darkseer. It's all over the place here as OG trying to backstab and get onto the Sacred, but he's got a BKB himself. Turns and slays Tiger. Buyback is available there for him as Parker surviving. Satanic's up. He's still got Aegis and Eon Disc to play with. Refresher Orb going to be delivered soon as well. And he's starting to work towards tier 4 towers.
Yeah, this is going very quick. You need to react somehow. Enigma's been spotted.
And pops the ninja gear. And ball lightning in. They're going on Dark Margot. Gyrocopter's in the back though, looking at Seb's ET. The Tiny's falling quickly. BZM and Uragi can't get the job done. Parker, BKB'd up. Satanic in 3 seconds, but it looks like even without it, his life's stealing just enough. He's slapped for now. Seb moving forward, but they can't see him. They've got no reveal. They can't find Parker here. And with the backup he's got, Parker just continues to frontline. BZM again trying to get into the back lines. Satanic's up for the gyro, gets out of the cursed crowd, surviving through the black hole. I don't think he cares about this. OG struggling to deal with the gyrocopter. A second black hole is for the Rubik. The ball lining in with the vortex there. Gyrocopter is about to die. The third black hole. Second one for DM. But Aegis is going to respawn up this gyrocopter now. He's feared and slept.
He's
sent
refreshing
back a bit, but he's refreshing back up. He's ready to take down the throne. The Hex from BZM. Another vortex in. The gyrocopter's low, but the Eon disc, he can't do damage while that's up. Tries to turn with the Satanic in a vacuum. He's got it done. Beast Coast have killed them off. The buybacks out from OG are not enough. And game 2 goes to Beast Coast. What a banger.
Oh my god, dude. Parker is here to carry, man. Jim Park, what an absolute performance in this series. Game 1, didn't die a single time. Clean game. 12-0-12, I believe he got. And then game 2, I mean, how do you turn that game around? That looked absurdly over, but gets that rapier and everything changed. Didn't even have Aegis with a rapier. They lost the Roche there. This is absolutely massive. We see some recap. This was the first fight that started going kind of wrong for OG, I want to say, where they lost 2 core heroes pushing. This was a disaster for Beast Coast. They tried to go through the portal with everybody and just kind of getting mauled by the bear.
Going into brambles and terrorize. I mean, that pause, it was a spooky one. A good, I don't know, 10 minutes or something. I lost track of time, but come straight back into it. This bottom Roshan fight as well. Like Jim Park here. This was the Eon Disc reveal, right? Surviving against Black Hole.
No, this is not,
this is the previous one. Sorry.
It's a long game. Many highlights here. A lot of things happening. This is still when OG were in good controlling shape. It's 27-13, and then we're all the way to the end of the game where obviously Storm tried, goes in, grabs the Hex and so on, but the Aeon Disc again coming in and saving the day. And yeah, Enigma got countered by this last pick Gyro. I said it when they picked the Gyro. I like it against Enigma. It's a laning stage counter. It's a late game counter. It doesn't just address one part of Enigma. It actually addresses everything. And this was when laning stage was played so clean by OG. The tri-lane they did bottom absolutely destroyed the Darkseer. Sacred had no game. And the top lane by DM, he actually played it so well. He was getting a lot of experience, was denying Jim Park a ton of experience as well. Even got his creep wave back behind tower. It was looking great. And BCM was also all over the place. He ended the game 15-5-12. And yet they lost.
Yeah. It was just like, during that pause, looked up at the top of the screen, it's like 42-18. Like, wait, hang on a second, what's going on? It's a dead even game. Beast Coast are actually, taking the upper hand. I mean, that game made me break a sweat just casting it, never mind playing it. I can't imagine what the players are feeling like. But that rounds up our broadcast here for me and Waga. Halfway through the day, though. 2 more series to come here on the stream, and of course other streams. I think there's 5 or 6 streams going on at the same time. But we'll see you. I'll see you all tomorrow. It's Lyrical and Trent coming up next.